Welcome to Warfare Codex. If you enjoy fascinating and unusual history, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more incredible stories. Now, let's dive into the strange and extraordinary world of history's most unique individuals. 1. Edward Mordrake, the man with two faces. Edward Mordrake was said to be a nobleman with a second face on the back of his head. This wasn't just a lump of flesh. It was a fully formed face that could grin, cry, and even whisper in a voice only Edward could hear. Medieval doctors were horrified, believing the second face to be the mark of a demon. Despite his wealth, Edward was tormented, claiming the face would keep him awake at night, whispering terrible things. His grotesque condition made him one of the most infamous monsters in history. 2. Joseph Merrick, the Elephant Man. Born in 1862, Joseph Merrick suffered from Proteus syndrome, which caused massive deformities in his skull and limbs. His head grew so large that he had to sleep sitting up to avoid suffocation. Although he lived beyond the medieval era, his condition resembled many medieval cases of severe deformities, which often led to accusations of witchcraft. He was displayed in freak shows, his skin thick and lumpy like an elephant's, and people feared him as a living curse. His life became a tragedy of rejection and suffering. 3. Fedor Jevtuchev, Jojo the Dog-Faced Boy. Fedor was born in 1868 with hypertrichosis, which caused his entire face to be covered in thick fur. Medieval cases of this condition were often linked to werewolf myths, as sufferers looked more beast than human. People in his time believed he was part wolf, with nobles paying to see this wild man up close. Despite being highly intelligent and fluent in multiple languages, he was treated like a sideshow curiosity rather than a person. 4. Maurice Tillet, the French Angel. Maurice Tillet was a wrestler with acromegaly, a condition that caused his bones to grow abnormally large, distorting his face and making his head appear monstrous. Had he lived in the Middle Ages, he would have likely been accused of being a troll or a cursed man, as his massive jaw and forehead gave him an almost inhuman look. His condition turned him into a sensation in the wrestling world, but his face became legendary for its grotesque, almost mythical appearance. 5. Julia Pastrana, the Ape Woman. Julia Pastrana was born with hypertrichosis and gingival hyperplasia, which caused her face to be covered in thick black hair and her lips and gums to be abnormally large. In the Middle Ages, she would have been feared as a creature of the forest, believed to be part beast, part human. Instead of being accepted, she was displayed as a living curiosity, ridiculed for her unnatural features. Even after her death, her embalmed body was exhibited for years, a grotesque reminder of how society treated those who looked different. 6. Stefan Bobrowski, Lionel the Lion-Faced Man. Stefan Bobrowski was born with hypertrichosis, covering his entire face and body in long golden hair. His appearance was so extreme that many in his time believed he was a human-lion hybrid. Had he lived in the Middle Ages, he would have been seen as a cursed being or a child of the devil, possibly even forced to live in exile. Instead, he became a famous sideshow attraction, his face hidden beneath a mane of thick fur, with only his piercing eyes and sharp teeth visible beneath. 7. Frank Lentini, the Three-Legged Man. Born with a parasitic twin fused to his spine, Frank Lentini had 3 legs, 4 feet, and 2 sets of genitals. In the superstitious world of medieval Europe, such a birth defect would have been seen as a divine punishment or an omen of disaster. People whispered that his extra limbs gave him unnatural speed, and some even claimed he could outrun a horse using all 3 legs. In later years, he was exhibited in freak shows, where his grotesque yet strangely functional body shocked and amazed audiences. 8. Ella Harper, the Camel Girl. Ella Harper was born with congenital genu recurvatum, a condition that made her knees bend backward, forcing her to walk on all fours. In medieval times, such a person would have been seen as part animal, a cursed child abandoned at birth or used as a cautionary tale. Nicknamed the Camel Girl for her strange gait, she was displayed as a curiosity, but she preferred education over spectacle. However, her eerie, contorted posture made her one of the most visually unsettling people of her time. 9. Wang, the human unicorn. A Chinese farmer named Wang was documented in the 1930s with a massive keratin horn growing from his forehead, resembling a unicorn's horn. Such conditions, known as cutaneous horns, were extremely rare, but medieval legends often described people with similar deformities. Had Wang lived in medieval Europe, he would have been either worshipped as a supernatural being or feared as a demon. His grotesque, spiraling horn made him look more like a mythical beast than a man, and even scientists were baffled by its size and shape. 10. Martin Lorello, the human owl. Martin Lorello was known for his ability to twist his head 180 degrees, making it appear as if he had a face on both the front and back of his head. While his flexibility was the result of years of training, medieval people would have seen him as an unnatural creature, perhaps even possessed. Stories spread that his body was not like other men's, that he could turn his head completely backward without breaking his neck. Some even believed he had no spine at all, only a mass of flexible cartilage. His eerie, unnatural movements made him a legend among sideshow performers. Thanks for watching Warfare Codex. If you enjoyed this journey into history's strangest figures, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more amazing stories. See you in the next one.